Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV and welcome to another episode of the Chelsea Fan TV podcast. Guys, first things first, make sure you smash the likes on the video, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so already, and leave your thoughts on today's episode in the comments below. And unfortunately, this weekend it wasn't to be for Chelsea as Frank Lampard's first game back in charge as caretaker manager ended in a 1-0 defeat to Wolves, arguably one of our worst performances of the season. It was pathetic. We had one shot on target, offered absolutely nothing, switched it to the back four. I think he got that one totally wrong, but we stay 11th. We're 4 wins from our last 21 Premier League games, and we're just lucky that we picked up a few wins at the start of Potter's reign, and Tuchel got us a few wins. Otherwise, no joke, we would be in a relegation scrap. Lewis, before we get on to Madrid and other bits of Chelsea news, you took the wise decision to miss Wolves. Hope you enjoyed your birthday and all that. But what were your thoughts watching it from home? Because in the stadium, it was just like, it was awful. Honestly, mate, one of the worst we've had this season. And there's been a lot to choose from.
I don't even know if we can call it the worst because the standard this season is so low. I feel like it's just one of those games where it's like, you know what? Weren't even that bad. I mean, we only lost 1-0 this time. Like, I don't know. Like, we stink. We're crap. We've been crap. 4 wins in 21, you said. Like, yeah. Well, where do you start? Like, where do you go that's anywhere different than any of the other games except there's a new manager in charge? Like, it was easy to anticipate this one. That's why I'm glad I ducked that one. I will not be at Real Madrid either. I'm not wasting 500 quid on that crap. It's just Chelsea, man. It's just Chelsea at this point. It's the same crap every week.
What did you make of his decision to go with the back four? Because myself and a lot of other fans during and after the game, and like obviously listening to the radio on the way back home in the car, and the Chelsea fans that were phoning in, no one could understand why Lampard decided to go over back four. Because this season, yes, we've been awful and the standard's been so low, but when we have played well and when we've put in better performances, it's all come using the back three. It gets the best out of what we've got in terms of it allows James and Chilwell to be more effective, and we just look better balanced. And yet Lampard, after 2 days, comes in. He would have watched Chelsea from afar this season after being sacked by Everton, knowing that the back four doesn't work because he's not got the right pieces in the squad to employ it properly. Yet he comes in and he thinks that's going to be a good idea. I don't understand. I mean, do you have any idea what he was thinking in terms of switching to the back four?
Nope. I don't think he was thinking. But you know how a lot of people weren't happy with Lampard re-signing because they're worried he could be a long-term plan for us? This is why I'm not worried. Because Lampard will do stupid things like go straight to a back four in our first game when everybody has watched how crap we look in a back four, not just this season, last season as well, even under Tuchel. We just don't suit it. Why he thought that was the right move to make for our first game back, I don't know. I haven't got the slightest idea why he did that. But whatever. That's how I just know that the guy ain't cut out for the job. I mean, we'll see how he does over the next few games, but clueless decisions like that is why I'm not worried about Lampard being here long term. Because I mean, look, I don't think he's going to be that impressive in his time here. He's just here to steer the ship, and that's it.
Well, exactly. I think he's almost doing it as a favour. In all honesty, he's probably doing it as a favour to the club whilst they obviously get themselves together and make sure that they get the right man. But let's be real, you know, obviously it kind of got Chelsea fans excited. Like, you know, it's nostalgic. It's like a legend's back in charge and whatnot. But the reality of the situation is that Lampard is, for me, yeah, he'll be more experienced. I don't really think he's a better manager than when he was last here. He's just not that good a manager at this point in his career. So I don't know why as fans, and I'm guilty of it myself, like going up to Wolves thinking, do you know what? This might be different. I don't know why we do it, because we're just
thought
not
the atmosphere would be different.
Yeah,
and I'm going to ask you, was the atmosphere any different?
No.
Oh, I'm glad I skipped that.
No, but in terms of, look, there was like kind of a jovial mood before the game, all the Lampard chants and all that. As soon as we kicked off and we looked like a load of shit, that died down, and it was just same old, just frustration at how bad we are. But mean, mate, there's not even anything to really say about the Wolves game because we offered absolutely nothing. We had one effort on target. I mean, yeah, there's not really too much more to add. I think the more concerning thing.
Big up Fofana.
Yeah,
Enzo, you tried. The rest of you stink.
Yeah, I mean, the more concerning thing for me, and I think a lot of other people, is that I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on it. Is that genuinely cannot see where the next points in the league come from. Like, I don't know where we're getting any more points, even goals. I mean, I saw a stat today. Saw a stat today, mate, that this is the third time this season that we've gone 3 games in a row without scoring.
I didn't even know that, but I'll one-up you with that stat.
Yeah.
I got one right here on my saved tabs. I forgot about this. 29. Chelsea have scored 29 goals in 29 Premier League games this season, only ever netting fewer at this stage of a league campaign twice before. I'd let you guess the years. Guess the year.
15, 16?
No. You need to go further back. And when I say further back, I don't mean years. I mean decades.
90s, like 95 or something?
Keep going.
80s.
Keep going.
It's not like 60s, is it?
Keep going.
Ever?
1923-24, we had 16 league goals at this stage of the season. And in 1921-22, we had 23. Jesus. 99 years of Chelsea. This is the worst attack we have had in 99.
Do you know what's...
number 29 is the stat.
Yeah.
Who wears the number 29 most minutes for attack?
do you know what's mad as well, right? That this season, right, we've got less goals than games played. So we've played 30 games, we've got 29 goals. We've also lost more games than we've won. We've lost 11, won 10 in the league this season. And we've got a -2 goal difference. And Erling Haaland, just on his own, has scored more goals than us. And with Crystal Palace's 5 goals against Leeds, they've now got the same amount of Premier League goals as us as well, which is mad. I mean, mate, I don't think any of us were expecting like an amazing season this season. But I mean, mate, can you believe how bad it's been? And the reality is that it could actually get worse.
Mm-hmm. It will get worse. You've seen the fixtures that are coming up.
Yeah, it's mad. I don't back up.
Honestly, mate, it could get worse. I anticipate it. That's why, like Wolves, I'm glad I skipped it. I'd be tempted to skip more if it weren't for the fact that I've got to vlog half of this crap. That's it. Like, I said it to Alex on one of the fan cams. I mean it, bro. If it weren't for the vlogs, I'd be skipping like nearly every other away day this season, except maybe Arsenal because it's in London. 2 trips to Manchester, which will likely be back-to-back and likely be back-to-back L's. Why would I want to turn up unless it's a title decider for City? It'll get to the point where we'll go to City. I won't even want us to win. Because what's the point? We've got nothing to fight for. I'm not going to fight for Arsenal. Fuck that. Yeah. There's no point caring. Like, we're just dead. We're dead. We're finished. I've moved on from the emotional aspect. It annoys me. Like, I won't pretend I sat there for the whole full 90 against Wolves. I was just like, yep, we're crap. It's whatever. It was annoying. There was frustrating parts. It just don't hit the same no more, though. Because
we're just so used to it now.
I'm used to it. We just stink. We're crap. Nothing's going to change. Yeah. Just a dead football team. Whatever. Yeah, just end this season off. Like, we are in April. I have asked for 40 points since January. We still haven't fucking got 40 points.
Mate, we're just lucky that everyone else.
That is.
Well, we're just lucky that the tally to stay up this year is going to be so much lower than it normally is, and you won't need that 40 points at all to stay up. But yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. And I mean, I've said that for me since I've been following Chelsea, probably a similar amount of time to you. This is the worst Chelsea team I've ever seen in my lifetime. Like,
it's the worst, and it's the most unlikable,
and it's the most expensive as well.
Part of the reason for it is just many duds in this team. We need more outgoings than ingoings in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I won't be too harsh on Lampard first game in charge, but he got it wrong with the system. So let's hope he learns from that.
I'm only not being harsh because I don't care. He ain't gonna be here for a long time.
No, exactly.
So it don't mean nothing. Well, but I mean, you went to a back 4. That was the first thing that came into your mind was to play a back 4. I don't know what one for you, innit? Whatever.
Yeah,
Anyone who thinks the back four is going to save Chelsea without us getting 2 more midfielders, a better striker, you're deluded. You're deluded.
Yep,
Simple as.
I would agree, and yeah, I think it's probably best to leave that Wolves game there. It was bad in a season of lows. That was another one
Leave
to
half
add
of the squad
to
in
the
Wolves too,
collection.
in my opinion.
Yeah, mate, I would have been happy to leave Havertz there and bring Diego Costa back with us. At least.
Oh yeah, Diego Costa was by far the best number 29 on the pitch Saturday. He nearly scored.
He was all right, wasn't he? Yeah. Mate, let's move on to a few bits of Chelsea news that have come out kind of today, basically. This morning, Ben Chilwell reported in The Athletic that he's going to be signing a new 4-year contract at Chelsea, which will take his expiry date from 2025 to 2027. And I guess that ends any speculation over his future having been linked with Manchester City in the recent past. I mean, Lewis, for me, he's been one of our best performers this season. Now that he's back fit again, he's one of our most important players, and it's great to have him tied down. I mean, what are your thoughts on getting Ben Chilwell tied down to a new contract?
Decent. I'm happy to keep him. I think he looks like a very good left back for us. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He's happy to stay. Perfectly fine with re-signing him. There's one thing, though, about it, and can't even believe I'm about to come to his defense, but I mean, Mason Mount had big issues with the length of his contract, being offered 6 to 8 year deals, and we're now offering people 4-year deals. I mean, I'm starting to understand it a little bit. I get it.
I mean,
like, if you want a 4-year contract, I ain't gonna complain too much about that. I don't think we should be re-signing him anyway, but I understand his point a lot more now. If we're offering Chilwell 4 years and he just doesn't want to be locked up for 6 to 8.
I mean, Chilwell's only 2 years older than Mount anyway. Chilwell's 26, Mount's 24. Like, there's not even that much difference in their age. Like, if Mount wants to stay, which by all accounts, like that's the club's plan, they want to keep him. Why? Look, maybe they have offered him 4 years, and he doesn't want it because the money's not right or the terms aren't right to what he wants. But there's no reason why, if the terms are preferable to what Mount wants and the club are happy with it, why would you not just sign a 4-year contract? 4 years is a long.
I still think the wages are a bit too much.
Yeah, but 4 years is a long time as well. Like, this idea that you would sign a contract at 24 that takes you into your 30s without having really any other options to make any changes in your career path it's mad, really. Like, we don't need to be signing players down for this long. Yeah, I know it locks them in and it kind of protects their value in that, but we don't need to be offering these seriously long contracts. So yeah, look, I agree with you. If 4-year contracts are on the table, then why should the Mount situation be any different? Like, if he's not been offered a 4-year deal, then why not, I guess. But it's definitely a plus that Ben Chilwell is staying for sure. One of our most important players, one of our most impressive performers this season since he's been back fit, and long may it continue. I mean, moving on to players that may or may not be here. Joao Felix, another one who has come in, big loan fee, about £11 million to have him from January to the end of the season. I think he's improved the forward line. He's an intelligent footballer. You can tell the quality he's got, still lacking end product, as you would expect for kind of a young player who's never been prolific so far in his career. Fabrizio Romano reporting today that Chelsea are keen to get Felix signed permanently to be part of the long-term project. Felix is keen to stay in London. Obviously, discussions are going to take place with Atletico Madrid shortly. And it did go on to say that the new coach would have some influence over any potential decision as well. Just what are your thoughts on keeping Felix on a permanent? Because obviously we've already paid £11 million to have him on loan. I mean, talk of kind of 85 million pounds permanently basically means that if that were to be the fee, we would be paying over 100 million, or best part of 100 million pounds for him. I just don't think he's worth that much money.
I see enough of him that I wouldn't be against Chelsea investing in him. I get why people still have question marks about him, but I just can't shake the fact that we're willing to give people 3 years of patience, but we're demanding everything from Joao Felix immediately when he hasn't even fully adjusted to Premier League football yet, and he's performing at this standard. I do believe, like, his what's it called? His finishing can get a bit better because it's only a case of millimeters. Is a little bit selfish on the ball, but you're playing with Havertz every week. I'll be selfish too. So I get it. I wouldn't mind us keeping him. Sell one of Mount or Havertz, or sell both. Use the money for Felix. Suddenly it's a lot cheaper, and we've upgraded. I think him and Nkunku are the two players I want to see compete for that 10-second striker role.
Yeah, no,
I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, no, I would agree on that. Yes, I've got slight doubts over the fee, but as you say, we're going to have a lot of player sales this summer, so there's no reason why those sales that are going to be mostly pure profit can't be used to fund entirely or to part fund the Felix deal. But I think it makes sense to keep him around. You only have to look at the impact that he's had, the lift that he's given the front line and the attack to know that he is a quality player and that he's still only 22, 23 years of age, and that he will get better as he matures as a player and as he gets older. It takes time to adapt to the Premier League. He's done pretty well so far. Yes, he's only got 2 goals. He's not assisted yet, but you can tell the lift that he's given that front line. And he already, as soon as he came in, that his debut at Fulham, in 60 minutes, he looks way better than anything we'd seen all season. And I still think it's the case now that he still is our most influential attacking player, despite the numbers not showing that. So I think it is definitely worth keeping him around, and we can raise the money to pay for his fee. But I can understand that people's reservations about paying that much for someone. But I totally get your point as well. How can you make a judgment on someone after 5 or so months, but still think after 3 years of seeing no real signs of progress at all, that Havertz should still have more opportunities?
Just Mount, Pulisic,
just general, just the general,
They all failed. Bye-bye.
But yeah, bye-bye. I totally agree, and it doesn't make sense. Mate, let's throw it forward to Madrid then. We go there Wednesday night.
Oh dear.
First leg of the Champions League quarter-final. This is the 3rd season in a row that we played Real Madrid in the Champions League. Obviously beat them en route to the trophy in 2021. Lost to them last year. I guess you can look back on it, and it was basically Mendy's howlers in the first leg cost us that tie. We did actually win 3-2 in the Bernabeu. We go back again this year. Very different circumstances, in awful form, different manager in a dugout, completely different set of players virtually. Have you got any hope at all, mate, going into this game? That maybe because it's Champions League and we tend to kind of find an extra level and the player seems to be a little bit more up for it. Is finding that little bit more, because we're starting at such a low baseline, is that even going to be enough?
Nope. I rate Lampard and his mentality and everything. He was saying, if you don't feel confident for the players or the fans, then don't come. But yeah, that's why I'm not in Madrid, innit? Because I have no confidence. It's not just in us. I don't think Madrid will underestimate us like they did last time too. We gave them a giant scare in the Champions League. They're going to know that Chelsea, you can't play around with them. You have to put them down. So I expect them to come ready, energized, and I'm expecting us to get battered. I won't lie to you. I really am. I don't see anything unless we can hold out, park the bus to depth, play a back 3, don't even dare walk into the Bernabeu with a back 4. And yeah, maybe we could get a draw. Maybe we could. I don't know how we're going to do it, though, unless it's a 0-0. That's my thing. So we have to just see. We have to just wait and see.
It's gonna be a huge ask. I mean, look, I'm not confident that we're going to win at all. I'd be shocked if we did. Yes, stranger things have happened in football, but ultimately, we're showing absolutely zero form at all heading into this tie. We've shown basically no form all season. Yes, we do tend to find a little bit extra in the Champions League, but I look at it and I just think, for me, it's really important that we just stay in the tie for the second leg. Because otherwise, what's the point in a second leg if we're 3 goals down or whatever?
If we get battered, all I want is Hazard minutes in the second leg. Give me a chance to watch Hazard one more time, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, mate, for us to have any chance, for me personally, we've got to leave with less than 1 goal behind if we lose. Anything more than a 1-goal deficit, and we're done. Would you agree on that?
Yeah. I think even a 1-goal deficit, we're done anyway, because we got to score twice. I don't think we're going to get away with a missed kick shot and a rebound and a retaken penalty like we did last time. So I don't know. I just think it's done out. I won't hold it against them. It's Madrid. In spite of where we want to be as a club, we're not there yet. I shouldn't expect anything against the best team in the world currently. Just go down with some dignity. If we end up losing by 1 goal on aggregate, I'll say fair play to you guys. You know what? You did the best that you could. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I think nothing, though.
I think what's important for me is that we see some fight, some passion, and some desire, because that's been lacking virtually all season. You know, just giving it 100% effort on the pitch. I know players say they give 100%, but you can tell when you're watching when a team's giving 100% and when it's not. And most of the
when
time,
a player's on the beach.
Yeah.
Remember mostly when we got knocked out by Madrid last time.
oh mate,
The
we down.
performances we saw.
No, bro, we were done after that. After that Bernabeu game, we were done, mate. We were on the beach for the rest of that season. We just down tools and it was whatever. Fight, passion, desire, and just try and stay in the game for as long as possible. Yeah, look, Madrid in the league this season aren't good. They're 15 points behind Barcelona in La Liga, but in the Champions League, they're a different animal. They dismantled Liverpool.
Why I'm falling for it, yeah.
They dismantled Liverpool, put 5 past them at Anfield, and then obviously beat them at the Bernabeu. The tie was done anyway. You know, they've got it in their locker to just turn it on in that competition. Whatever happens, you know, the likes of Benzema and Vinicius Jr. are going to be dangerous. And like even Modric at 37 is still putting the strings and still dominated us in midfield last season, and will probably do it the same again this season. I mean, mate, for you, how important is it that Kante is obviously going to be fit and will start this game, most likely having been left out the squad for Wolves? Even him being world class as he is his presence going to be enough to help us?
Depends on Lampard, because Lampard tried to use him as a lone DM when we played a 4-3-3. If we do that and we play 4 at the back, I'm going to watch it anyway, aren't I? I was going to say I'm not going to watch it, but I am going to watch it. But we're holding 7. If we play 4 at the Bernabeu and Kante lone DM, we are holding 7 goals. And there's just no point even going to the second leg.
I mean, yeah, no, I would agree on that. In terms of
him as a centre mid, though, we can have a good game. We might have a good game.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of kind of lineup, personnel, etc., we're both very unanimous, like I'm sure most fans will be, that we've got to go with the back 3. Now, it's 2 of those back 3 are going to be Fofana and Koulibaly. Third of the back 3, mate, it looks like it's going to have to be Cucurella. Do you think there's any chance that he goes Reece James at right centre back and switches Fofana to left centre back at all, or do you think it will be Cucurella?
Fofana's not injured, right? Because
no.
After the game.
No, he came off towards the end of the Wolves game, but no, Lampard said afterwards that he was fine.
Okay, not too bad then. Yeah, Fofana has to start. I do not want to see Koulibaly at the Bernabeu. So
we're going to have to.
We can't play Chalobah.
Well, we're going to have to see Koulibaly or Cucurella.
Cucurella at left centre back, I don't mind.
Might be all right. He's
he did have that stinky error against Villa, but that's just it at the left centre back position. I actually think that's his best position. I don't want to see him at wing back. I don't want to see him at left back until next season. Whatever's in his head is whatever. But left centre back, I don't think he's too bad in. I don't think he's bad. Yeah. I'd go Cucurella, Silva, Fofana, back 3.
I mean, do you think just on that? Yeah, I mean, just on that, obviously, Thiago Silva was pictured back in training today, like Monday, day of recording this. Not played for 6 weeks since that Tottenham game. He'll have a couple of days training under his belt, you'd imagine. Do you think it's a risk to chuck him straight back into the lineup, or do you think it's something that he can deal with?
It's a risk, but it's a necessary risk. We
need to take risk at this point.
Exactly. If Silva comes in and he has a disaster class, I get it. You're just coming back. But we have to just throw him into the water and it's a sink or swim situation, because what was the other option? We go Chalobah, Koulibaly, Fofana. No, not here for it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And if Silva comes back in, mate, for you, Koulibaly drops out and you go Silva, Cucurella, and Fofana.
Yeah, Koulibaly, I can't lie, I'm just close to done with him, really. It's such a hard season trying to defend him. I can't defend what I'm seeing because he ain't even defending, so whatever.
Yeah, and then I suppose wing backs pick themselves and James and Chilwell, Enzo Kante pivot. And then this is where it gets tricky, the front line, because all of them are pretty much useless or have been useless this season. Hey, what do we go with this time? Like, it's
just going to be Felix, Havertz, and
Mudryk.
Sterling or Mudryk, one or the other.
I mean, I'd be tempted to go with Mudryk personally, just because obviously he played against Madrid in the Champions League group stage, and he actually got a standing ovation from the Bernabeu when he got subbed off in that game. Now, obviously, I'm not saying he's going to be like as good as he was in that game for us in this one if he starts, but I just feel that, we could get at them. Defensively, they can be got at, the likes of Carvajal, Militao, and I mean, Ferland Mendy being out at left back is a bit of a plus. Valverde might be missing from midfield because he had some mad situation where he waited in the car park after their defeat to Villarreal at the weekend and he punched a player in the face. So he could be banned, who knows? But yeah, mate, would you be tempted to go Mudryk, or do you think Lampard will probably go with experience and just go Felix, Havertz, and Sterling?
Probably go. I think you will go for experience in this one. I could see the same front three, or you do a 3-5-2 and just do Felix and Havertz.
Did you like that, by the way? Do you think that worked against Liverpool?
Everything except Havertz was fine, and that was the most frustrating part of the Liverpool game. Everything except him was okay. Even Kovacic stinking in midfield, we were able to cope with that. That weren't really too much of a problem. It was just Havertz. It was just him. But
yeah,
for what's best for the team, I'd go 3-5-2 again. Yeah. Maybe you switch Kovacic and Zakaria, or who am I kidding? Kovacic will go back into the lineup. 3-5-2, same players. Hope Havertz has one of those UCL nights in him.
Do you think if Mount's fit again, he was pictured in training today, if he's fit again, do you think Lampard chucks him straight back in?
What? With who? In the midfield instead of Kova?
Well, if we play a 3, yeah, do you think he'd play in midfield if he played a 3-5-2?
I wouldn't even be totally against it because Kova's not been good this season.
I mean, he did score in the Bernabeu last season, but again, he's been terrible this season, and he's not played since that Spurs game either. Almost 6 weeks. If
Matt wants to earn his contract,
he needs to. Go. Yeah, no, that is, yeah, I would agree. But I think, what are your thoughts, mate? First time playing Rudiger again. They're going to have Rudiger at the back.
I think he's going to wake up and have a masterclass.
Yeah. Mate, I think he'll know Havertz inside out anyway from Chelsea and the fact they're Germany teammates as well. I mean, that's not really too much to know.
Him and then that's it.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. So yeah, be reunited with Rudiger. Obviously, Ancelotti versus Lampard in the dugout. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to do everything absolutely spot on and make no errors. Otherwise, we will be punished by the likes of Benzema and Vinicius. But I think the best we can hope for is to just stay in the tie. It would be an absolute miracle if we were to win this game or get a draw. It would be absolute miracle. But miracles can happen. I mean, Lewis, what score prediction, mate? Normally we lose we're losing pretty much every game at the moment. You predicting another loss?
Yeah. I won't even say a disappointing afternoon for the Blues. It's a tragic evening for the Blues. It's going to be terrible. Like, it's whatever. But I'll be optimistic. I'm going to say 0-0.
Yeah,
0-0. Lampard plays 5 at the back, parks a bus, a train, half of Madrid behind the goal, and we somehow keep it clean.
Yeah, I would like to think that we can park the bus and just try and hold out, but ultimately, mate, I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose 3-1 or something. That's going to be my prediction, 3-1. But let's wait and see what happens.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, mate, no, I'm not predicting us to win 3-1.
You're mad.
Mate, we haven't even scored. Mate, I don't even back us to score like more than a goal. Like just a goal. I'll be grateful for a goal. Just so we can, enjoy seeing our team.
I'll be grateful for 4 shots on target.
Yeah. Well, this is it, mate.
Slow, isn't it?
But yeah, the main thing is we just try and stay in a tie, but we've got no confidence at all. But yeah, Let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens. I mean, we keep saying it can't get much worse, and every week it does. So maybe Wednesday night will be a new low. But let's just try. Let's just try and stay in the tie. Just one thing, Chelsea. Just try and stay in the tie. But yeah, seems like a good place to round this one out, guys. Make sure you smash the likes on the video. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so already. And as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll be back with another episode soon.